Good morning and welcome to the Prospect Center kickoff. I'm John Peterson. I'm the Chief Administrative Officer for Frederick County Government. So several years ago when I was going through my confirmation process with the County Council, I was asked if I would commit to keeping the County Council informed of the progress of the Prospect Center, to which I replied, of course, as soon as I figure out what the Prospect Center is. So I quickly did figure out what the Prospect Center project was. And now, after budgeting and planning and grant making, zoning, permitting, design, and procurement, we're finally ready to see the Prospect Center become its full potential as a 911 center, an emergency operations center, a hub of resident-facing county services, a community meeting area, and as a microgrid and resiliency hub. This is a very complicated project with a lot of moving parts, but it's been a great example of cooperation between multiple divisions within the county government, cooperation with our county council, cooperation with our partners at the city, and cooperation with our state and federal delegation. So again, welcome, and thanks to all who have made today possible. And now I'm proud to introduce our county executive, Jessica Fitzwater, to make some remarks.
Thank you, John, and hello, everyone. It is really exciting to see a room full of folks here today. I'm pleased to be in a room full of public servants, both elected and otherwise. We appreciate you every day in this community, and I am truly honored that I have the opportunity to work with each and every one of you. Many of us have been in this building for a variety of different purposes, some to vote in local elections, perhaps to receive or administer a COVID vaccine. And I will say administer because we had county folks from all of our different departments and divisions jumping in to help with that effort. And of course, soon to provide constituent services to our community. This building has been a staple in Frederick for generations. Most of us have driven by it many, many times. And when the county purchased the building in 2021, a new chapter began, focusing on community-oriented services and building resilience and accessibility. As a multi-agency complex, this campus will serve as the core emergency response and resilience facility for Frederick County, hosting the county's 911 center, emergency operations center, and a monopole communications tower. But it will also bring some of the most critical services that Frederick County offers directly to the community in a more accessible way than ever. These are services like the Health Department's dental program and school health services, our Family Services Division, and the Scott Key Center. The Prospect Center will also have a solar array and microgrid capable of 1.8 megawatts of solar energy. The 911 Center will be supported by the microgrid and will be the first of its kind in Maryland. And most of you know, you've heard me say this, but in Frederick County, we love to be leading the way and showing how we can be innovative. And we're very excited to continue of our legacy of leading in the 911 space. This will allow Frederick County to model the benefits and increased security that this setup can provide for other local governments. So as you can see, there is a lot going on here, and none of this would be possible without the partnership and support that we've seen truly at all levels of government. So joining us today from our county council is Council President Brad Young and council members MC Keegan-Air and Renee Knapp and Mason Carter. Can you please thank them for joining us today? And John is right. This is something that's been a big project that we've needed to work in partnership with the county council with to make sure that we can keep it on track. We also are so pleased to have our federal partners represented here today. So under former Congressman Trone and now with current Congresswoman April McClain Delaney, we've been able to bring in over $2 million to this project through congressionally directed funding. And this is in addition to the funding we've received through the Maryland Energy Administration as a result of other federal programs. So I'm pleased that today we're joined by Sunny Holding, who has worked tirelessly under several District 6 representatives to secure funding for Frederick County. Thank you, Sunny. Also joining us from Representative McClain Delaney's office is Sarah Dreyer, our district director. Thank you, Sarah. And it's always exciting when we have representation from our state senators' offices as well. You always hear them talk about Team Maryland, and it's so important that we work together. So we appreciate that we have today from Senator Alsobrook's office, Delaney Blubaugh, and from Senator Van Hollen's office, Robin Summerfield. Thank you for joining us. And we can't forget our state partners who we have worked very closely with to bring money back to Frederick County for lots of capital projects, including several of the projects involved in the Prospect Center. So I'm pleased today that we are joined by delegates Chris Fair and Karen Simpson, as well as State Delegate Valentine. Can you also thank them? This project has actually received over $7 million in state funding, and this is thanks in large part to the advocacy of our delegates and our representatives in Annapolis, and we really appreciate the partnership. And we are also joined today by City of Frederick Mayor Michael O'Connor, and I think there might be members of the City Council here as well that I may have seen. So, Mayor O'Connor, thank you so much for your partnership. I do not take for granted the ways that our partnership makes projects such as the Prospect Center redevelopment go more smoothly. So thank you so much for being here as well. Before I close, I also need to thank our incredible Frederick County Government team for their tireless efforts on this project. From driving the vision to chasing funding at all possible avenues to project management, this project has required dedication and an incredible amount of teamwork and collaboration. Thank you for your commitment. And if you work for Frederick County Government, can you just wave while we clap for you? I won't make you stand up. I won't make you do an icebreaker. They know that's what my reputation is. So thank you all so much for joining us. We are really excited to continue to get to work on this project. Thank you so much for your support. And now it is my honor to have our Chief Administrative Officer, John Peterson, come back up. Thank you.
Thank you, County Executive Fitzwater. And now it's my honor to introduce Sonny Holding, Chief of Staff for Congressman McLean Delaney's office. And thank you for that federal partnership. And as County Executive mentioned, all the federal funding we received for this project. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, after that description, I don't really think I need to tell anyone more about this building. I think you all know exactly what this place is going to be. But I will say this, judging by the numbers that you just gave, I think us at the federal side, we need to pick it up. $7 million from the state right there. Thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate it. So regardless, again, my name is Sonny Holding. I represent two congressmen right now, the current Congresswoman April McLean Delaney, but also Mr. David Trone as well, who was his Deputy Chief of Staff. I also have to mention my Senate friends right there. Robin Summerfield also wears two hats as well. He also is currently with Van Hollen, but also with Farmer Cardin as well. Both of those senators were instrumental in getting this federal funding over there. So thank you again for all of your help. I really do appreciate that. So again, it's really easy to keep funding these projects here in Frederick because, I mean, let's face it, between Mr. Mayor, between you and Miss County Executive right there, you keep coming up with really damn good projects. Let's face it right here. It's really easy to fund stuff when it's really good projects. So keep up the good work. Every single one in County Council, please keep up the good work, as well as all you guys over the seat. Please keep it up right there because you keep bringing good projects our way. We'll keep doing our best to try to keep funding them. So, and now I think past that, I don't have a certificate for you because I'm waiting for you to have a new wall here, but I am looking forward to breaking down this wall. So thank you very much. But that will leave you there, and I will let the rest of your politicians speak so we can get forward to breaking some stuff. So thank you again, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Sonny, and thank you for the entire federal delegation. And now I'd like to introduce from our state delegation, Delegate Karen Simpson.
Well, since we all know what this does, I don't need to repeat that as well. I really want to acknowledge someone who's not in the room that really made this happen. And that, I would say, it is true that it isn't just us. It's our delegation, it's our city, it's our county, it's our federal delegation as well as our state. But I would say that Tori's dog, John, made sure that we went above and beyond because he was so calming and so Mark Chang is actually the individual who makes a lot of the decisions as to what money is going to come back. So I still say that John, and this building is definitely in memory of John for bringing back $7 million so that we can serve our community in all the ways that are important. So thank you very much.
Thank you for those words, Delegate Simpson. And now I'd like to introduce, also from our delegation, Delegate Chris Fair.
I don't have substance to add here, so I'm going to share a story real quick because it's my favorite thing. And I hope that it's not too embarrassing for everybody sitting around the room. We worked tirelessly in 2023 to make this a priority project of the Maryland General Assembly. And one of those efforts that led to this funding was that we reached out and had the head of our budget committee, who Delegate Simpson just mentioned, Delegate Mark Chang, come out to Frederick to visit in order to tour this project and many others that we thought were really critical to Frederick's infrastructure. And this was one of my favorite buildings to tour because we had all of this planning, all of this organization. We worked so hard and we all got out here to the parking lot together. And Mark Chang is standing there. And suddenly everybody looks around and goes, who has the keys to the building? And we realized nobody did. And so we're in the middle of our weekend. We're on a Saturday afternoon. We're looking at each other and going, well, we're going to look through the building anyways. So we walk around the building. We talk through the building. We pull out all the plans in the middle of the parking lot. We're sitting there on top of a car, plotting out, planning out, talking about the critical needs of our community and why these things are so critical. And Mark picks up the phone and calls his Senate colleague. And he says on the phone, I'll never forget it, we have to fund this project. We have to make sure that it happens. And that by itself shows the commitment and dedication, even in the moments of chaos that hit us every single day, that we make sure that we communicate to the public why we need these projects so badly. And so it's been an honor to get to work with my county and my city on securing this funding and making sure that these projects and the critical infrastructure that it's going to bring and the community support that it's going to bring is brought forward. So thank you all so very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Delegate Fair, and thank you to the state delegation. So many good backstories to this building. At this time, I'd like to bring up Mayor O'Connor.
Well, thank you very much for the opportunity to be here today and to speak on behalf of this. In the city of Frederick, we think it's really important that those critical government functions are located in the city of Frederick that serve the county. And this building and the commitment that the county is making to consolidate and expand some operations in this is an important step, not just for the Prospect Center, but for county government as a whole. And the city is honored to be able to be a partner in keeping these projects focused and moving forward because it means a great deal to our community when the county and the state and our federal partners understand what it means to invest in projects in the city of Frederick and why that's good for the city, the county, the state, and the federal government. So thank you so much for allowing the city to be here today to help to celebrate this opportunity. I don't know about you as someone who's been here for a long time. I'm going to try and get used to calling this the Prospect Center. The old Armory is still the old Armory in downtown Frederick, even though it's been the Tally Rec Center for, I think, 30 years now. So this is always going to be the State Farm Building to me, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try and adapt the new name and just appreciate very much the opportunity to be here with you today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayor O'Connor, and we truly do appreciate the partnership with the city. At this point, I'd like to thank County Executive Fitzwater for your leadership on this project. I'd like to recognize Rick Harcum, Rick back in the back, who is very instrumental in the purchase of this property and bringing it all together. I'd also like to thank all of the county staff and the team that worked so hard to make this successful, especially our project team, Jason Stitt, Will Alvanish, Tyler Muntz, Tony Rosano, Nit Hektrick, Shannon Moore, Beth Avonda Ringling, Dan Lewis, and Tom Minier. Thank you. Thank you all. And now it's time for a wall smashing. So, County Executive, come on up, and Tori will be letting us know who's coming up and breaking some walls here.